What's up, everybody? How's it going out there? Woo, figured I'd hop on for a minute. Hop on for just a minute. See what everybody was doing. Let's see here. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Oh, wonderful, man. Wonderful. This phone's going to shut off on me. Ah. Don in the house. Don's number one. Appreciate you coming in, Don. What's everybody doing tonight? What's up, K Save? Paul Harris, how are you guys doing? Ordered me a new phone today. Can't wait to get that thing. Trying to get my backup phone to fire up. Um, Trying to get this thing fire up. Y'all could, when you come in, hit that like button for me. If you're watching it on a replay, smash the like button. Yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling. Thought I'd hop on for a minute. Got a little ways to go tomorrow. The broker's worried. He's stressing the hell out of me. Um, dude calls me at 5:30 every morning. Like, you. Oh, the words I could call him. Of course, I'm on to him now. He won't get me in the morning. I got it set where his number don't ring. So, you know, I've got him figured out. I got his number. Um, I mean, you know, hell, this I could have rode a bicycle and probably made this load on time. You know, um, I don't get it. I don't get it. Stressing over it, but you know, 3 to 5 times a day he wants to know where I'm at, what the reefer temp is, you know, what I had for lunch, what direction I'm parked in. You know, am I facing east? I'm like, dude, calm the f down. Like, just calm down. You know what I mean? You ever get those guys? But yeah, I ordered me a new phone today. We finna be back on Verizon. Uh, can't wait, man. Can't wait. Um, I was trying to make a phone call today, coming through Indiana, and I had about a 10-minute stretch with no cell signal. I'm like, AT&T's a bunch of bullcrap, man. There ain't no way they cover. What is it? They say on the commercial they cover 90% of Americans. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. I always say they messed up. They meant to say we cover 90% of Native Americans. Uh, you know what I mean? They sure as hell don't cover me. But yeah, appreciate everybody coming in. I can't make up my mind how I like to read the comments. You know, like sometimes I like to use that phone. Sometimes I like to use this phone. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it either way. Let's see what everybody's doing. See who all's in here. K Safe, Paul Harris, thank you guys very much. Don is number one. Respect to Don. Much respect. He's got his notifications dialed in, let me tell you. And he don't hesitate. As soon as he sees it, bam, he clicks on it. Let's see. Uh, that's what a crazy camper. The water heater overheated. I don't know. I smelt that thing before I saw it, man. It smelled bad, bad. I was at a Flying J the other day. I saw that. Um, I was like walking back to the truck, and I was like, damn, boy, something's on fire. And that thing must have just recently burnt because I mean it was still fresh smelling. And yeah, he came around a corner, and I was like, okay, that's what I was smelling. Instead of the, you know, like on a Christmas vacation where Uncle Eddie says, or Cousin Eddie says, you know, the crapper's full, that crapper's on fire. Let's see. Don says, what did you get? I ordered the Motorola. I'm a Motorola guy. I think for your money, Motorola's the best. I mean, I'm not one of these guys that's got to have the new, like, I mean, I don't care. Like, I ain't trying to impress you with my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, my days of impressing people are over. So I go with the phones that hold up the best, and You get a lot for what you pay for, and those are Motorola's. This phone's a Motorola. The phone I'm on right now doing the live is a Motorola. So I stick with Motorola. I like what they bring to the table. Um, I think this might be the first Motorola I've bought since Lenovo took them over. The Chinese company. So I mean, is it just me or is everything selling out to Chinese these days? Like I swear every time I turn around, it's like that company's Chinese now. I'm like, damn. Do we not? Are we keeping anything? Like, the Trucker Path app on. I heard they got bought out by the Chinese. I'm like, man. But yeah, I got a Motorola. It's called a Motorola G Stylus. It's got the little pen with it. It's a little bit bigger of a phone than what I got now, so I like that. Not much. My phone now is like 5.9 inch, and this one is 6.5. So, half inch here and there. Let's see. Maxim Raids in the house. What's up, Maxim? Says, hey, Cash Man, shut down in Princeton, Illinois at the Road Ranger. Where you be? I'm over in Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky. Over here off the 75. Trying to get to North Carolina. Taking my sweet time. I drove about 300 miles today. I slept in till 9 o'clock, and then I woke up and drove about 2 or 3 hours and stopped at the Iron Skillet. Had a ribeye steak, took a 2-hour nap, got back up, drove another 2 hours, said I'm done. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Living the dream. Living the dream. But no, I had Arby's for breakfast this morning. And man, not good. Not good. Tore my stomach up. I like to keep it PG. I ought to say it was not a fun morning for me. I felt like Arby's had served me, a biscuit with broken glass in it or something. Man, it was rough. And all I got was a sourdough sandwich. All I got was a sourdough sandwich, and I'm like, a little ham, a little cheese, a little egg, and I mean, God Almighty, like my whole day was ruined. My whole day was a shot. Let's see, Trucker Wild TV in the house. What's up, Trucker Wild? Appreciate you coming by. Cash Man, yeah, that's my nickname. If y'all don't know it, Trucker Wild has deemed me Cash Man, which, hey, it's like I've been called worse. You know what I mean? So I take it. Trucker Wild, all right. Trucker Wild says, go easy, bro. You know how these brokers are. Just outsmart him, brother. Yeah. I just, I just got to where his number don't ring anymore. It just, I get to him when I get to him. Sometimes I wish he had a tracking app, Of course, like some of them, when they got a tracking app, they still call and bug you. I'm like, is the tracking app not working? I like when they use, there's one particular app that is a tracking app as well as other things. And it actually has a little space in there when they track you. You can enter the reefer temperature. And I like that because then they don't have to call you. I just enter that and bam. But yeah, sounds like that broker been screwed over before, huh? We'll hope he learns you get what you pay for. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my thought on it. He just babysitting because he probably doles out these loads to just anybody, and then it's a big account. I know it is. It's it goes from cold storage to cold storage, but the customer that we're hauling for probably moves so much stuff. And if he's got a little taste of that, he's probably that's probably 90% of his business. Just a small percentage of that customer could make him break you. So I get what he's doing, but it's like, I don't know. Once a day is fine. I don't mind when they call me. Wait till like 9, 10 o'clock. Call me. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you where I'm at. This guy wants to know, where are you going to take your break at? What time are you going to get up? Like yesterday, he asked me, where are you going to take a break? I said, I'm going to take my break right here where I'm at. I'd already told him where I was at. I said, I'm done for today. I'm going to be right here. And he was like, oh, what time are you leaving in the morning? I'm like, damn, son, come on. Like, get off my, stop swinging. You know what I'm saying? But what killed me about it, I told him, I said, I'm going to be here till about 7:30 in the morning. And then the bastard calls me at 5:30 this morning. I'm like, dude, why ask me what time I'm going to get up in the morning? Why, so you can wake me up, like, make sure I'm up? Like, go to hell. Go to hell. But yeah, appreciate you coming in, Trucker Wild. Everybody go check out Trucker Wild. He's got a YouTube channel. And if anybody in here has a YouTube channel that I don't know about, by all means, let me know. Because I like checking, I like, supporting the people that support me. So yeah. 15 in the house, 6 likes. If everybody could, tap that like button for me. Dan Teraleki's here from Michigan. What's up, Dan? What's going on in Michigan? Hopefully you got some good weather up there, man. I was watching the Weather Channel in the Loves there a minute ago, and rough, that hurricane coming ashore down there in Gulf Shores this morning. 105-mile-an-hour wind. And it was fun. It was not funny, but it was weird because the hurricane spawned tornadoes. And I'm like, dang, a hurricane gave birth to tornadoes? So those people are having it rough down there, man. I feel for those guys. It's so spread out. It's going to be up here. I got to be in Charlotte tomorrow, so I'm probably going to have to deal with the little whip around part of it. I don't know how you explain that. The tail of it, I guess. So, yeah, I feel for those people down there, man. They've had a rough season so far. Trucker Wild TV says, bang that like button for sure. Yeah, it don't bite. You can put your finger in there, it won't bite you. I put up a community post earlier of, the people that make PB Blaster are now making hand sanitizer. And I meant to get a picture of it the other day. The people who make, or the Lucas, the people that make like fuel treatments and oil treatments, they're now selling hand sanitizer as well, I noticed. They're putting it in the same bottle they put their winterized treatment in. Because I went to grab I wasn't going to grab it, but I was looking at it the other day because, their diesel treatment's like gold colored, and so I went to look at it because it was clear, and I was like, oh, they made it clear now, like clear Pepsi, their fuel treatment's now clear. No, it was a giant bottle of hand sanitizer. I was like, oh, okay. Well. Let's see here. Scottish trucker Tommy in the house. What's up, Tommy? How's things going? I like your, as you called it, your oil burning coal fired truck. That green truck. I like that. Coal powered, man. Coal powered. It's doing the job though. It's really all you can ask of a truck. It's all you can really ask of it. For you guys that don't have Mudflap, the app, check out Mudflap. I'm not paid to promote this, but my thing is, the more people we can get using it, the more like negotiating power they'll have. Great fuel savings over there. No fees, no nothing. You just link your credit card or debit card to their app and you pay straight through that. Huge discounts. They added a bunch of stops today. That's why I thought of it. I just seen the email where they added like 5 or 6 more stops. A couple out in I believe they were out in Missouri. They added a few stops. So, but yeah, everybody go check out Scottish Trucker Tommy. I just watched his video about determination. For sure. It's a good point. He made some good points. Everybody go check that out. And yeah, I'm very happy to be trucking these days as well, Like there's a lot harder jobs, that you could be doing than trucking for sure. I mean, You know, I grew up in a family of logging, and then worked on a dairy farm, you know, on the side. And oh, ouch, yeah, those are two rough careers right there. So Paul Harris says Motorola, yeah, Motorola. Hello, Moto. I think it's going to be a good phone. You know, it's got crazy cameras on it. The back camera has three lenses and it's 48 megapixels. Um, Hell, the forward-facing camera on that phone has more megapixels than the back camera on the phone I'm using right now. So I'm pretty excited to get it. Pretty excited to get it and to get back to Verizon. Because let me tell you, if you're in certain spots of the country, AT&T's a joke in some spots. Um, Trucker Wild says, "Hey bro, Scottish Trucker Tommy, yeah, everybody can check everybody out. Trucker Wild's got a channel. Scottish Trucker Tommy's got a channel. Everybody check those guys out." See, Paul Harris says, "When that broker call next time, you are very close to New Mexico." Yeah, there you go. He probably have a heart attack and fall over right there, man. I don't think he could handle that. That might be asking too much of him. Um, that is pretty good though. I planned a trip out one time. It was going to Ontario, California, and I planned it out to Ontario, Canada. I never drove anywhere. You know, I didn't start out going the wrong way because as I started planning it out, I was thinking like, well, I don't know the city that it's going to in Ontario. And then I got to looking at it was on the Qualcomm. This was way back in the day. I got to looking at it on the Qualcomm, and I was like, oh, okay. It was Ontario, CA, and I was thinking Ontario, Canada. But yeah, glad I didn't take out to Canada on a load going to California. I think I was in Indiana, so yeah, that would have been bad. But yeah, I'll have to remember that next time he calls. Maximum rates. I put 600 miles in today across 4 states. Live load tomorrow and Texas bound for a couple days off. Shout out to my man Biscuit C. Yeah, appreciate everybody coming in. I don't think I've seen Biscuit C in here, but yeah, shout out to Biscuit C. 600 miles, that's a pretty good day. I didn't do nowhere near that. I did about 280 today. I did about 280. I ate a big ribeye steak and passed out. Got up, drove about two more hours. I said, I'm over it. We'll do it tomorrow. Because as I like to say, I never do anything that future me could do. You know, I would never do anything that future me can handle. So I just let future me handle it. You know, he's smarter and got more experience than I do. You know, future me he's got way more experience. So I let him deal with it. Let's see here. Lone Star Trucking in the house. Lone Star Transport says, "Good evening. Headed towards the hurricane in Alabama for another load of cattle." Well, be careful. Be careful. Appreciate you doing that, though. You know, I do enjoy eating steak and cheeseburgers. So appreciate you moving those cattle around. You know, I know that don't happen. Just because you want it to. You know, it takes hard work. Paul Harris says, "We are going to see you in HD." I don't know if you want that or not, to be honest with you. You know, I may keep it low D. May keep it low pixels just for for your benefit, really. 13 in the house, 7 likes. If y'all could hit that like button for me, I'd like to get a bunch of likes in. Pushes us out there a little bit more. Pushes us out there. But yeah, that burn up RV, man. I figured that was probably something to do like water heater or something like that. In the thumbnail, I'm talking about that burnt RV. Because it's right there where the water hookups are. So I was assuming it probably had something to do with that, or maybe the kitchenette was there. Um, whatever burnt was stinky as can be, man. Like some real heavy plastic smells coming out of that thing. Um, but yeah, Lone Star's headed into the hurricane. Just be careful in that hurricane there, Lone Star. Um, you know, maybe just park the truck and have the cattle have the wind blow the cattle to you, or maybe they'll float up the river. I don't know. The cows float. Let's see here. Maximum Raids is heading to the house. Yeah, I have got a load booked out of Charlotte area. I got to go a little bit of backtrack. It's kind of a bummer. I got to go a little bit backtrack, but I got a dry load coming out of that area going back to Minnesota. The way it timed out, I was looking at some loads, and you know, if I load it Friday, you know, everything I was looking at delivered like Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning out of there on Friday. And why you need Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and half a Monday on a 1,200-mile run, you know, 1,300 miles, I don't know. They need to tighten some of these runs up a little bit, like this one I got. I could have delivered this morning. I have goofed off more on this load. Like, I don't think the longest run I have made, like as far as in a row hours, maybe 4 hours. Like I've been stopping like every 2 hours and just taking a nap, or, you know, like going in the truck stop, getting a cup of coffee, and, you know, just doing nothing. And, you know, I'd rather run it, get it over with, get back to the house. I don't like spending my time out here at the truck stop. That's one of my things with hours of service. I wish we could work more than 11 hours or drive more than 11 hours a day. And I wish they would reel in the 70 instead of 8 days every 7 days. You know, it's like I don't want to spend my time out here running 8-9 hours a day when I'm out here. When I'm out on the road, I want to run. I want to get it done. And then I want to go hurry up, run back to the house and chill at the house, you know. Because, you know, as much as I appreciate the drivers out here, I really got no need to spend time with you know, with the crowd at the truck stop. You know, just not my thing. I heard a great story this morning when I was sitting at the Iron Skillet. Number one, you know, they got half the chairs blocked off because they're only allowed to have X amount of people in there at a time. So they got chairs lined up in front of the back part of the restaurant, the seating area. They got chairs lined up all the way across there. And I swear to God, this guy walks in and goes right toward the chairs and goes to move them. And the lady was like, sir. And he turns around and he goes, oh, is this closed back here? And I'm just like, oh my God, dude, really? Like what gave it away? The 10 chairs they got blocking it? Like, you think maybe those chairs are, I mean, he thought it was like a maze or something he had to like figure out. I'm like, dude. Let's see here. Paul Harris says, maybe like Twister. Yeah, the flying cow in Twister. That's kind of exactly what I was thinking about. You know, you just pull up, open the door, and they fly right in. Isn't that how loading cattle works? I mean, I imagine it's one of those things, like, you know, you just snap your fingers and they're loaded on the trailer. I think that's how that works. Somebody told me a long time ago. Maxim Ray says, question for you. Yeah, let's go. I'm a company driver with owner-operator aspirations. Do I understand that your carrier finds loads for you and you also watch the load boards as well? Yeah, that's kind of how it works. A lot of my loads come from like connections that the people in the office have. You know what I mean? Like, most of the loads I get from Minnesota are from emails or direct customers. Those loads will never see a load board. And that's what I tell people. If you lease on to a carrier, uh, try to find one that has some connections like that, because you will make just as much as someone that runs all load board freight if you have some direct connections. Um, Most of the time on those loads. Because, yeah, you're giving up 20% to the carrier, but the guys that are pulling loads off the load board, they're giving up X amount to the broker, 20% or so to the broker. So for me, if you're leased on somewhere, if you pull nothing but load board freight, it's kind of getting double dipped. The broker's getting a cut, the carrier's getting a cut. By the time it gets to you, it's been double dipped. So, a lot of the loads I get out of Minnesota are better loads because of that. But like when things are really slow, when the market's not so great, I pay more attention to the load board myself, because, the guys in the office, they spend more time combing through the load boards, and I like to stay ahead on my loads. I don't like to wait till I get somewhere and then try to find a load. Now, you do get burnt sometimes, when you schedule a load, and then, the place you're getting unloaded takes, a fortnight to get you unloaded. Sometimes you get in trouble with that. But for the most part, I would rather be planned out a little bit. So when things get slow, the guys in the office are it takes them longer to find a decent load for, people. And so they don't get to you as quick. So I try to keep an eye out for myself. But like right now, when freight's really good, and, I really don't mess with it much. I put my time and effort into other things, because, like I'm going into Charlotte. So, one of the guys in the office called me today, and, he was like, hey, where are you trying to get to? And I was like, back to Minnesota. And and then he's like, okay, I found a load that's going straight back to Minneapolis Minneapolis area. It's not going straight back to Minneapolis, but he was like, is that where you want to be? And I was like, yeah, that's what I need to do. So, yeah, that was, stuff like that saves me time of having to do it. And anytime they book they never book a load without calling me first. Because they know, like, if it doesn't fit my criteria, I'm not gonna mess with it. Let's see. Lone Star Transport. These cattle barns need a lumper service. Oh yeah, there you go. A lumper service for the cattle. Can you imagine Capstone out there? Hell, them cattle be 100 years old before they those cows be 100 years old before they get them unloaded. And then they'd have to restack them, and they'd charge you $10 a cow to restack them. Oh, man, Maxim Rage. So, is your cut better with your carrier if you find your own load, or 80-20? Yeah, it's 80-20 no matter what we do. It's 80-20. We split everything 80-20. It's better for me that way. I know some people like to do, 75% of the line haul and 100% of the fuel surcharge and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, to me, 80-20 is easier. And, I don't know. To me, 80-20 is the way to be. I'm really happy with the carrier I'm at. And that's a key thing if you're going to lease on, make sure they do some stuff for you. Don't let them just have that 20% or whatever percent, because then you resent them. You know what I mean? Like, if they can't offer you anything, then you end up resenting them. And you don't ever want to work somewhere where you resent what's going on. That's no way to live. That's no way to live. 18 in the house, 11 likes. If you guys could, pound that like button for me. Get those likes up. I got a feeling this Love's I'm at's going to become a madhouse because it was already parked full. And I'll be honest with you, like um, Eastern Kentucky and Eastern Tennessee and kind of going through over like the Smoky Mountains into North Carolina. I'm not a big fan of running this area. There's not a lot of parking available out here. Um, it's just one of those areas. It needs more parking. Let's see here. Biscuit C. What's up, Biscuit C? Biscuit C. It says, is it easy getting paid? Yeah. On my end, it is. We got an app. I can't remember the name of it. It's like, shit. What's the one in the truck stop? Transflow. It's not Transflow, but it's just like Transflow. I take a picture of the bills and, I send them into the office. If it's in by 11 o'clock, noon at the latest, the check's in the bank the next day. So, and if I use their fuel card every Tuesday, we settle fuel cards. So, um, I use their fuel card some. I've been using Mud Flap some. It just depends on who can get me the best deal. Because I don't care either way. It's like, it's the same if I pay for it, and then when they cut me the check, I pay off, I pay the credit card I use off, or, that's typically how I do it. I put it on a credit card because I get cash back. When you're buying, like the other day I bought like 180 gallons of fuel, like $2.15 a gallon or something like that. It was like 280 something, or 380. $3.65 is what it came up to. Yeah, $3.65. That's at 1% cash back. That's like $3 you get for basically buying something you was already going to buy. And Mud Flap does not have a difference in no cash price, credit price. They don't care what you buy it with, so that's nice. So basically I turn in the paperwork like tomorrow. The load, let's see, tomorrow is what, Thursday? Yeah, had to double check that. So this load doesn't deliver till like 6 p.m. tomorrow. So as soon as I get it delivered, I'll turn in the paperwork. Technically that paperwork will be, it'll be in the office Friday morning. So Monday morning I'll be paid for this load. At latest Tuesday, but 90% of the time, if you turn it in on Friday, you get it Monday. Sometimes they do hold them till Tuesday. Like if they know you've got a load that delivers Monday morning, sometimes they'll hold them till Tuesday and pay you both loads at the same time. Really makes no difference to me. It's not, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. So, as long as the accounting is correct, I don't care. If it's a day, if it's the next day, if it's 2 days, because typically if it's not the next day, they'll hold it for the second day, and then you'll get 2 checks. So, but they only hold that 1 day over. I've noticed they only hold that over if you've got like a little short 1 day run. And instead of them paying you like, Monday a check and then Tuesday a check, they'll just hold it to Tuesday and pay you both at the same time. Which I ain't mad at. It makes you feel better when you got 2 checks hit the bank like that, because it usually looks pretty good. So yeah, getting paid's real easy. I just send in the bills, and typically the next day I get to pay. And I don't, there's no quick pay fee or anything like that. The carrier does it. That's just how they do accounting here. Maxim Raid says, let's see here. Am I buffering on my phone here? I'm buffering. Oh, there I go. Let's see. Maxim C says, Sorry to hog the chat. If you book the load, hey, don't worry about it, man. Ask all the questions you got, because really that's what the chat's about. If you guys don't participate, the chat's pretty boring, if I just sit here and ramble. So I like to have people participating. So by all means, anybody got questions, ask them. And if anybody's got answers to something that someone asked, boy, that guy right there was giving me the hard look. He's like, what the hell is that guy doing? Sitting here with my truck lit up like the 4th of July. Yeah, if you've got if you've got questions, ask them, and if you've got answers, by all means, post them if you can. Maxim Raid says, sorry to hog the chat. Yeah, no worries, brother. Keep on. We're not. You ain't bothering nobody here. If you book the load, do you have to handle the billing collection? I'm assuming your carrier bills and collects on their booked loads. Yeah, they handle all of it. Most of the time, the way it works is I will call the broker, I will negotiate and set everything up, and the broker will say, hey, email me, this, that, and the other, and typically what I do is I just screenshot that email, or I forward that email to the office, and I have someone in the office send them the trip, the trip packet or the carrier packet. I do it that way. It's just easier on me. I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about, because some of these guys want it all faxed over, like what is a fax machine? Why can't we do it via email? Like, what year is this? Why does it need to be faxed? So I just hit them up in the office. And yeah, so I let the people in the office handle all that. I try to make it, you know what I mean? Like, if they're willing to do it, I'm going to let them do it. That's just how I am. Less work I got to do. I can put more effort into this business, my other business. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the main reasons I'm okay with leasing on, some people think having your own authority is the holy grail. And for some people, it can be the holy grail. If you're planning on adding on more trucks and, building a fleet, I think it's better to build a fleet under your own numbers. That's the way I always see it. But if you're happy, if you're content being one person, one truck, and that's where you want to be, I think nothing wrong with finding a good carrier and leasing on to them, because they can do a lot of that back office stuff for you, and that allows you more time to do other things. So yeah. But yeah, appreciate the question. That's how I work it. Maxim Raids, Biscuit C. Yeah, Biscuit C in the house. Appreciate everybody coming in. Got those likes up to 12. Thanks to everybody that hit the like button. If you're in here and you haven't hit it, please hit that like button for me. And if you're here and you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. Just a thought. And I appreciate everybody that comes back and watches the lives on the replays when when YouTube reposts those. I appreciate that, because they've been getting quite a few views, and I'm happy about that, because just trying to build a network here, bringing more people in. It's more information that can get shared out to everyone through, like, even if you're a company driver, I want you to come in and participate, because if you work for a good company, then you can share that with other people, your experience. If you work for a bad company and you're trying to move out of there and get on with, get to better things, I want that here too, because then we know companies that aren't worth the wasting the time. So, yeah, it's a good way to be. Lauren Rosenthal, thank you for coming in, says, I'm sorry, who are you leased onto? I don't talk about that in the videos or on YouTube. The carrier I'm leased to really isn't anything that special, and it wouldn't really benefit people, because the carrier I'm leased onto only has about 100 trucks leased onto them, and they're not really trying to grow bigger than that. They're kind of content there where they're at, and not a lot of people come and go, and they really only want people out of like central Minnesota and like basically central in southern Minnesota and parts of Wisconsin and Chicago. And so, and I just don't talk about it because of a lot of petty people on YouTube. I work for a small carrier. They don't have a lot of office staff. They don't need people calling the office, all day saying, well, he said this and he said that, and, like being tattletales and stuff like that. I, I wish, you know, really, I don't know. It doesn't really benefit if I talk about my carrier. Like I said, there's a lot of good 80-20 split carriers out there. Um, so, I'd keep that out of the videos. Kind of keeps them out of, as Mark from Truck and Answer says, I keep them out of my videos, and that keeps them out of my videos, so they can't come over and tell me, oh, well, do this, do that. Like I said, I can't recruit for them because they hire so few people. It's just, I don't know, just how it is. Let's see here. Biscuit C says, so do you have your own company and pay yourself, or does it all go to you personally? I do pay myself a salary every week. That's the best way whether you're sole proprietor or however you have your business structured, I think you should definitely pay yourself some sort of, pay yourself a mileage or pay yourself a salary. Um, and then to me, it keeps the numbers legit to me, as far as like, uh, you know, my, the old lady knows what I make because I pay myself a salary, and it makes it easy. Because when you see these checks hitting the bank, it's easy to think that, oh well, hey, I could go do this or I could go do that, and it's like, well, I have obligations, and I need to make sure this truck stays running, and I have a truck, and things like that. So I'm definitely a fan of pay yourself a set amount. Don't go crazy with the it creates a personal responsibility as well. Um, let's see. Carlos Danger says, what are you doing for health insurance? I buy my own health insurance, and it's not cheap. And thanks, Obama. um, I remember before Obama got elected, health insurance wasn't going to go up on his watch. And every single year it went up. I was self-employed the whole Obama administration, and every year my health insurance went up. So, but I have on me personally, I have a high deductible plan. That's about the best you can do, honestly. Let's see, or best I can do. I'm not going to spend $5,000 a month on a premium. Let's see. Paul Harris says there's a lot of details that is required by FMCSA. It's worth the 20% to deal with that. Yeah, that is true. Like it's nice. You can, if you've got questions, you can call the office and ask them. Like about certain rules and things. It's okay. I'm not, I wouldn't say one way is better than the other. It's personal preference, and it's what works best for you, some guys, having your own authority is the end all be all, and, nothing will suffice. It's got to be that. And, you don't always make the more money just because you're getting 100%, it's like, and then if you're good with your own authority and you work hard and you get some customers and connections, you know, you're building equity in your business. You know what I'm saying? So, there's benefits to it both ways. I'm not knocking it. I'm not one of those guys that's naive and going to sit here and say my way is the best way. It's get in where you fit in is where I what my take on it is. Rick in the house says sole proprietor can't pay themselves a salary. They get all the profits and losses, but trucking is a sole prop is a bad idea. Okay, that's your opinion, Rick. A sole proprietor can pay themselves a salary. Um, let's see, Lauren Rosenthal, and if I'll be honest with you, if you're one man, one truck, an LLC is a waste of money. I mean, it just is. I'm just telling you. You hear all these guys, LLC this, LLC that. Um, it's going to do you no good if you get into a major accident. Your trucking company's done. Like they're going to sue you for everything you're worth, and you're the driver, so they're going to sue you personally, and that's going to wipe away your LLC. Um, Lauren Rosenthal says, I respect that and no explanation needed. Now I know it's 80-20 that helps. I have been watching and learning for a while and really appreciate your time and effort. Keep printing that money. Yeah, we're working hard at it. We are working hard at it. Um, oh, hang on a second. I got a question here. What's that? Yeah, I'm here. All right. He wanted to know if I was done for the day. Yep, I'm done for the day. Let's see here. Where was I at? But yeah, I appreciate you, Lauren. Take the positive feedback there. Uh, let's see here. Mill Ticket says, what do you advise for a new driver looking to get a truck and lease on to a company? I've been watching since Western Express. Oh yeah, those rough days back there. Appreciate you hanging around. Appreciate the loyalty. What do I advise for a new driver looking to get a truck and lease on to a company? Um, do your research on the companies. There's a lot of 80-20s out there. And or percentage based. Doesn't always have to be 80-20. But here's how I break down the percentage. And I didn't come up with this. There's a guy that hauls cars on YouTube called Hot Shot Dave. He gave me this idea, or he gave me this train of thought. So when you lease onto a carrier, you pay about 10% of your revenue to run under their numbers. You pay about what is it? 10% for, or 5% for their trailer. If you use their trailer, you're going to knock about 5% off. Their insurance is worth about 5%, and their dispatch is worth about 5%. So I pay my own insurance. So instead of that going down to 75, 80 is about where you need to be. If they pay for your insurance, you can expect that to go down to you can expect that to go down to 75. But that's a good rule of thumb. Find a carrier, talk to them, ask them who they, like, ask them about how they operate, like, do they have customers? Do they have clientele? Do they have connections? Because, like, that's, in my opinion, that's key. Because when the spot market, is in the dump, it's nice to have some connections that can keep you moving for a decent rate, and you don't have to be, pulling dollar a mile spot market freight, or those are things I look for in a company I lease onto, and figure out where they like to run. Make sure it all fits with you. It's kind of like when you go to a company. I'm a fan of Sorry, I don't know why my Wi-Fi just dropped out for some reason. Um, but yeah, those are a few things. You know, how do they pay? You know, do they pay you once a week, every 2 weeks? You know, um, it's like going to work for a company. You know, it really is. Well, that's a bummer. So that phone stopped working. Let's see here. Rick N says, I work in taxation. Sole proprietor can take a draw, but not a salary. Rick N, I work in taxation. Sole proprietor can take a draw, but not a salary. Oh, okay. Let's split hairs all day on this, Rick. I mean, seriously. Salary equals Social Security and Medicare being paid through wages. Okay. Sorry, I used the wrong term, Rick. Paul Harris says there's a company that I'm looking at. They pay every 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, that can be a little rough starting out, but um, I don't know. To me, it's like I don't really stress, you know, like honestly here if they said, "Oh, we pay every, week or every 2 weeks." It wouldn't make much of a difference. I like the fact that they pay, um, but I like how they pay, but it's not a deal breaker. Sorry, this other phone is giving me a total pain in the butt. Let's see what we got here. Oh, let's see. Meal Ticket says, thank you for the knowledge. I will keep that in mind. Keep in time gets better. Yeah. Paul Harris says, I don't like that 2 weeks pay too much in taxes taken out. Uh, does that affect your total tax amount for the year? Because I thought like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've did like an employee's taxes. So it's based like on what you make per week or year, isn't it? What your rate that gets taken out is. Rick Ian, no need to apologize. Just know there's a lot of bad tax people giving truckers bad information. Yeah, and more. Okay, he says redo your W-4. Thank you, Rick, for that. Appreciate that. And yeah, it's nice having someone that knows something about taxes around. So yeah, let me explain what I mean by when I pay myself a salary. As far as like per week, I give myself X amount of dollars out of, like, I have a business checking account. So what I do is I take X amount of dollars every week out of that, a straight amount every week out of that, and put it in a personal account. And the reason I do that is for to keep the personal money like controlled. You know what I mean? Like, because it's easy when you're. I don't. I learned this the hard way. When you first become self-employed and you start making decent money, and you get to that end of that first year and you look back on it and you go, "Wow, I got no money and I owe a bunch of money in taxes." And it happens. It happens. It happened to me for sure. So what happens is you didn't separate your personal from your business money. And that's more what I mean by it. Not for tax purposes. For tax purposes, sole proprietor, Rick is right. For a sole proprietor, it is what it is. You can't, there is no splitting it. It's all you. But for like accounting purposes, I break it. I split it like that. Now, at the end of the year, when I do taxes, I got to claim it all. So, typically I try to, buy things I need for the business, do some investing, things like that. So it's not showed all, it's not showed like my tax rate comes down a little bit personally. Um, let's see. Paul Harris says it puts you in a different tax bracket. I didn't like doing over an extra day out. Uh, that day would be gobbled up in taxes. Not sure if that's 100% true, but that is what happened to me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like the other business I haven't done an employee tax. Um, God, since like like 2014 probably. An employee like W-4 or whatever they call it, taxes. We just didn't employ people like that. After a while, we just subcontracted everything out. Um, so I remember because we paid, if I'm not mistaken, God, I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. I think we paid every week. So yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but um, I didn't know getting paid every 2 weeks affected your tax rate. I figured it was just like, they would divide the pay you got by 2 weeks as far as taxes. I didn't know that. I didn't think that would move you up in the tax bracket. But by all means, don't take my tax advice. Oh my God. I have a very good tax person. Her husband is actually a truck driver. He owns his own trucking business. He hauls cars. And, I just do what she says because I know she knows all the little ins and outs because her husband's a truck driver. Her son owns a trucking company. Like, they're all in the trucking business, So I know she knows all the little quirks of the trucking industry. So I typically just go with what she says because it's so convoluted, man. Taxes is one of those things. If you're not in it all the time, then it's confusing as hell. It's like I was talking with a YouTuber today on the phone about the logbooks. If you didn't have to deal with logbooks every day, it would be so damn confusing to try to explain to someone that has no concept of what the logbook or the laws of the 8 hours of service are. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how crazy it would be to try to explain it? That's taxes to me. My tax lady tells me, "Oh, we got to do this because of that," and I'm just like, "You say jump, I say how high." I mean, I'm not even trying to understand what you're telling me. It's like it's too far. It's too far out of my pay grade. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Where am I at? Profit wages. How's it going, Cletus? Have a great week. Who's Cletus? Who's Cletus? Let's see. Put you in a different tax bracket. Extra day out. Yeah, profit wages. I'm not sure who Cletus is. There's no Cletus in here. Rick N says the only employees you should hire as a sole proprietor are your wife and kids. Pub 15 Circle E and Pub 15B. Are you speaking German? Is that German, Rick? Are you trying to fool me? No, I get what you're saying. I have another business that is outside of trucking, and I do all my things like that over there. You know what I mean? Like, for trucking, really, I try to keep the whole trucking part of, my life very contained as far as, like, the money, the, like, I mean, I really do. It can get so convoluted so quick. I really don't do any hiring or anything through the trucking. I really don't pay for much out of the trucking, um, other than like my wages. You know. Um, Rick N says, sorry, since COVID-19, I haven't been able to talk taxes. Oh, man, he's jonesing on tax talk. Oh, my God. Let me give you the number of my tax person. Y'all two could probably sit around and speak German all day to each other. Um, yeah. I mean, some of the stuff she says, I'm just like, you're just showing off at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I got no clue what she's talking about. Same way, can tell you what form it is, like what form to fill out, and I'm like, where do I get that at? The post office, the library? I don't know. Like, you know, you remember those days back when you had to go to the post office to get your tax forms? Maybe I'm dating myself with that. Paul Harris says, when it was renting rental cars, they paid out monthly bonuses on the same check and bi-weekly, and it would essentially take the pay for the week and taxes, death and taxes. Yeah, I mean, these taxes are crazy, man. Taxes are crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about taxes, and me and him, we owned a business together years ago, and it made quite a bit of money. We paid a lot in taxes on that business, and we were talking about it. Through your entire life, if you factor in sales tax, property tax, income tax, all the taxes, what do you think the money you earn goes to taxes? I say about 50%. I say you're 50-50. 50% of the money, or 100, if you take 100% of the money you earn, the government lets you keep 50% of it. After everything's taken out, you know. And I'm not saying you're getting ripped off. I mean, you got roads to drive on, you got, you know, city hall to go argue, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm not defending the taxes, but that's not a road I want to go down. But I would say you're about 50% of the money you earn gets taxed away. Um, see, when renting rental cars, they paid out monthly bonuses. I hate getting paid bonuses. Uncle Sam will jack you up for getting paid bonuses. Who was it? Celadon used to pay. They used to pay you a low rate, but then they would pay you a bonus every like 3 months. And I'm like, I don't like bonuses because bonuses get taxed crazy. When I worked at Cisco, I got like $1,000 a month bonus for like the first 5 months, and that $1,000 check would literally hit the bank at like 550, 530. I mean, it would literally take like half of the money in taxes. So yeah, I don't like getting paid in bonuses. Ricky, and separation of income is smart. Yeah, I was more. I wasn't talking about like officially separating it for taxes, and maybe that's. I'm glad you brought it up though, because that's probably what he was talking about. I just meant I separate it, so at the end of the year I'm not flat broke because I had a house party every weekend. Let's see, Swamp Girl in the house. What's up, Swamp Girl? Thanks for coming in. Got 10 in the house still, 16 likes. If everybody come in, hit that like button for me if you could. I'm about to hop off of here. I do have to get up in the morning, or I'll get woke up by this broker, so got to make that happen. Let's see, Swamp Girl 69 says, yo, what up? The live feed is going in and out. Yeah, I'm still on AT&T. I did order a phone today. Finna be back on Verizon, so finna tell AT&T to kick rocks. I've got, I don't have a contract with AT&T anymore. It's over. It's done. I'm out. Deuces. You know, it's time to bail. It's time to bail. I stuck with it too long, really. I should have never stuck with them this long. Let's see. Maxim Raids is going to have to rename this show trucking and taxes. Yeah, unfortunately, taxes are a real beast and a real part of trucking in every level. I mean, you know, 2290s. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Every little state's got to come after you. I feel like when I trucking reminds me of a scene in Scarface. You know where Scarface or Tony Montana is having the meeting with the corrupt, I don't know, sheriff or whatever of the county in the bar, and they're sitting there, and he says, "Hey, you know, I want X amount of money, and you know, you can move whatever you want through here." And then Scarface says, "Well, what happens when I go to the next county?" And the guy goes, "Well, I'm not in charge of that county." And that reminds me of trucking. It's like, oh, okay, I paid a tax over here in Illinois, and then I drive to Indiana, and Indiana's like, well, you paid that in Illinois. You come over here, you got to pay me, you know? And like Kentucky, you know, they got that damn highway tax, that heavy tax, or whatever in the hell they call that bullshit. There's no way around that, man. Like, that's like mafia stuff. They're like, F you, pay me. I want my money on Tuesday, and it better not be late. Rick in. Let's see here. Carlos Danger says, Texas, come down to not what you know, but who you know. Get the right tax person for the right business. Yeah, no doubt. I am super lucky to have the tax person I have because she was doing my taxes before I ever got into trucking. And but yeah, her husband owns a trucking company, her son owns a trucking company, you know, so she knows the ins and outs of trucking. Rick Ian says try 60 to 65% if you make middle class money. Yeah, you're probably right on that. I mean, think about it like this. Just as a truck driver, okay, you pay IFTA tax. You pay $22.90 tax. You pay income tax. You pay property tax. You pay sales tax on every freaking thing. You pay the FET tax when you buy tires, and when you buy anything trucking related, you pay that federal excise tax, which goes back, which actually is there to pay back for World War II. So that's, you know, like they always add tax, they never take it away, you know. So yeah, Paul Harris says my YouTube glitched on my end this time. It could be me too, man. Mine's all over the place. I'm watching myself here, reading the comments down here on this phone, and it's glitching like crazy. So, you know. But guys, I think I'm gonna hop off here. Starting to lose my voice, it sounds like. We done put in an hour. I appreciate everybody contributing to this show. Appreciate everybody coming in. If you could hit that thumbs up as you exit. Special thanks to K Save, Paul Harris, Trucker Wild TV for coming in, Don for being number one. Let's see, Lone Star, Maxim Raids, Biscuit C, Lauren Rosenthal, Froggy Lid says hi all. I missed that comment. Thanks for coming in, Frog Lid. Meal Ticket, thank you for your loyalty, sticking with my channel. Let's see, who else did I miss? And Profit Wages. We never figured out who Cletus was. I think he's making a dig on me with that. I think that's what Profit Wages is doing. That's okay. That's okay. I'm secure enough into who I am. You can call me names. I ain't gonna cry about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I'm a grown-ass man. I got grown-ass man problems. I can't worry about people calling me names on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate everybody for coming in. And take care of each other out there, guys. It's hard enough to make it in this world. So let's take care of each other. I appreciate it. Bye.